There was a time when passing away was often a gentle, quiet process. We frequently heard of elders who simply went to sleep and left this world without suffering, a concept known in the Five Blessings as a good death. That stillness is increasingly rare. Today, the end of life is often marked by emergency resuscitation and a profound sense of terror. We find ourselves clinging to the world, struggling with attachments and the weight of a lifetime spent calculating personal gain. This shift follows a broader societal trend. When our primary focus moves towards selfishness and individual benefit, we lose the internal capacity to let go. We trade long-term harmony for the immediate profit of the moment. A mind occupied by constant gain and loss becomes restless. It lacks the thin layer of blessings required to achieve a peaceful end, leaving us anxious at the very moment we need composure most. This transactional mindset often hides within our relationships. Consider a man who pursues a woman for 3 years, fulfilling every request and providing every comfort, while simultaneously ignoring his own parents. To the outside world, he appears devoted, but because he has not practiced filial piety, the basic sense of gratitude toward those who raised him, his motivation is rooted in profit. He is serving his own desire for a beautiful partner. When the profit of that beauty eventually fades with age, his commitment often follows. He may abandon his family for a younger woman, viewing his original partner as a loss to be discarded, which leaves the next generation to deal with the instability of a broken home. A lasting peace cannot be secured through these conditional trades. It must be grown within what the sages call the field of fortune in the mind, a state of being cultivated through consistent, selfless intent. According to the classic of filial piety, every virtuous action grows from a single root: how we treat our parents. The logic is simple. If a person cannot respect the two people who endured the hardships of pregnancy and childbirth to give them life, it is a contradiction to suggest they can truly love anyone else. We see this principle in action within a classroom of toddlers. A 2-year-old boy watched as his older peers described their own acts of filial piety, fetching water or preparing fruit for their families. Inspired by their example, the boy went home and immediately brought hot water to his parents. He was just over 2 years old, yet he was already keeping his parents in his thoughts. This simple act is the beginning of what the sages call harmonizing the family. His parents, seeing their child's sincerity, are moved to practice filial piety more deeply toward their own parents in return. The shift toward a kinder society begins with these intimate acts of gratitude. By planting these small seeds at home, we begin to change the way we interact with everyone we meet. A significant hurdle in this education is the tendency to mistake memorizing moral rules for actually possessing wisdom. The Tang Dynasty poet Bo Jui once asked Zen master Niao Ke how to practice.
The master replied, "Do no evil, do all good." Bo Jui laughed, saying even a 3-year-old knows that. The master replied that while a 3-year-old might know it, an 80-year-old man often fails to actually do it. Today, children may proudly announce they have memorized the DZ Gui texts, but if they only use that knowledge to feel superior to others, they have gained arrogance, not morality. The Chinese character for Tao, or the Way, illustrates this requirement. It combines the radical for taking action with the radical for first. It teaches that a moral person is defined by what they do, not just what they know. When a child tries to bring their parents a basin of water and spills it, an overprotective parent might stop them. The advice from educators is to let them spill it. If we prevent the child from trying, we cut off their opportunity to learn. The spilled water is the classroom where they learn to follow through on a task and take responsibility for their own sincerity. As we practice these principles, the way a life carries its weight over time begins to shift. There is a common belief that our value to society ends at retirement. But for those who have spent their lives cultivating sincerity, the opposite is often true. An elder teacher at nearly 80 years old can draw students from across the globe simply because his words flow from a heart of utmost sincerity. His influence does not decline, it reaches further as he ages. 800 years ago, the scholar Fan Zhongyan taught his family to prioritize the well-being of the world over their own.
Today, his descendants still follow his model, showing how a sincere heart can influence generations long after a person is gone. Physical assets lose value, but inner virtue compounds. It becomes a resource that others can rely on for inspiration and guidance, long after the golden age of a career has passed. We see this influence in the story of a teacher who arrived at school early each morning to read the classics at his desk. His quiet example led his students to abandon their distractions and pick up their books to join him. We see it in the kindergartners who race to pick up trash on their way to school, treating the act of cleaning the street as a meaningful way to serve their society. Their quiet action even reached a group of teenagers who were littering nearby. Seeing the small children cleaning up after them, the older students stopped and chose to follow the children's example. These moments show that the stability of our world is not a distant, abstract goal. It is tied to the immediate thoughts and intentions of every person. The peace we seek in our families and our final years is the result of planting a single, selfless thought of kindness today. By returning to these roots of gratitude and daily practice, we begin to let go of the attachments that cause us pain. We find a way to live with purpose, and eventually to leave this world with the same quiet grace we once admired in our elders.